Welcome back to Eagle Eye Broadcasting. This is Drew Morrow and
Mr. Hilker, I guess, or Cole Hilker. So we're kind of starting off today. They're going to have 4 junior varsity matches. We have Zach Osborne, and Zach currently is wrestling at the 113-pound. JV matches, Drew, usually what they do here is that they're going to wrestle within a couple pounds of each other. So
Gotcha.
They don't have to be weighted in quite so much, be on spot. So right now Zach is wrestling. We'll get a name here in just a little bit of who he's going with. But kid got a nice single on the inside. Has locked hands, wasn't caught on that. Did you see that, Drew?
Yeah, I did.
So
sometimes you can get away with it.
Yeah, you can. So position of the ref is really important there, you know. Of course, this is starting on top. He gets possession of him. Zach tries to run a switch and gets a stand-up. So we got a 1 escape. We have a score of a 2-1 right now. Zach's doing an excellent job. Needs to keep his head down, keep his feet on his toes, a little bit on his heels there. Single tie up. And Northwest, Drew, is typically known for a headlock school. They are really noted for that, do a good job. They kind of did a swing through. Kind of got behind. There was no control over that, Drew, so they got both up. Just kind of working for position right now, hand control. So it's kind of nice to see these have the junior varsity wrestle here at the same time. It's more, you know, it's kind of like JV basketball and varsity basketball, right?
Yeah, fun to watch.
It is. It's a really good time. So got a takedown there. Working on top, trying to work on those. Got to crossface a little bit. Puts the legs in. A little high. I would say he's a little high to have control of him to get him back over. He's trying to stretch Zach over the top. Of course, you want to have that back. We can't quite see it here, but trying to get that back exposed to the mat. 45-degree angle less. That's pretty close to getting points, but not quite. So if you think about having a line go straight down his back, if it's at 90, it's not going to work. If it's at 45, if you look at his left hand there on the ref, he's just giving him 3-near fall. Some refs will indicate it through a swing of the fingers, right? Some will just count silently. Kind of helps you out as a referee, so then people don't mistake if you gave him a count or not. Usually it's going to be a 4.5 count for 3 points and 2.5 count for 2-near fall, they call it, when you expose the back. So score looks pretty good right now. It's 7-1.
That's the end of the first period.
So the referee just flipped it. Red shows, right? You can choose up, down, neutral, or defer. Drew, what do you usually do?
I just do whatever my coach tells me.
That is a good deal. And you have to live with your coach.
I do.
So the red right there, Northwest chose, got the flip with the red, and he chose to have neutral with both standing up. Just kind of working over, trying to get behind. Got a takedown saying that he has control of that. Zach, so they're working from behind right now.
Tried to hook up the cradle, but resorted to a different move, and he's getting back points.
Nice half slip on that half, right? Got behind and got him swing over. Again, his awarded 3-near fall, but they're going to see if there's a pin here. Zach's kind of fighting off his back right now. Kind of got a long time. We got about 1:20 left. If you happen to look up at our scoreboard, it's not quite there, right? They're wrestling at right, they're actually wrestling 113. Of course, Zach right there unfortunately got pinned. That's a hard deal. When you got 1 minute left and you're fighting off your back, that is not a fun position to be in.
Good first match.
Yeah, it was a good first match. So we got Nolan Mormon from Northwest and Thomas Garcia. Thomas will be wrestling at, looking at the weight here real quick. What Thomas is at. He's at 152-pounder. So, again, their weights might be a little discrepancy here. Thomas tried for a nice single there, right?
Yeah.
I think he dropped his head a little bit, but it was a nice shot. Get his feet underneath him, keep his head upright, keep his hips underneath him. That way he'll have a nice clean shot on that. Thomas has a nice double, right? Kind of fell to his knees a little bit.
Good sprawl there from, forgot his name already.
Yeah, so did I. Noah something, right?
Something like that.
I'll look over here and see if we can find it. Mormon. Nolan Mormon. So here we go. Drew, I was a math teacher, so you can't recite any words to me or I won't remember. I'm an English teacher. So I'll blame that on that, right?
Yeah.
Thomas had a nice shuck through there. Right? Just kind of slid by. Got a takedown, 2 on that.
Trying to put the leg in a little high.
Yep. Has to get it right. Kind of get his hips behind. Mormon's hips would be a big deal, but his head's exposed, right?
Yeah.
Not a good thing. That's not a good position to be. He was really high. Kind of sprawls out now. Kind of faces him. Right now, the referee's saying that he still has control, right? So he's got a little bit of a cross face going in. Trying to sprawl out, keep that control. This would be kind of up in the air a little bit if they go out of bounds. Nope, they're not going to allow that to happen. So he still has control of Mormon underneath.
Thomas is trying to put a move on.
Yep, he's kind of working on the side, almost like a good opportunity to have a side cradle there. Go behind the neck, reach in, and what they call the bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow cradle, yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Ooh.
Thomas right now struggling a little bit with keeping his head out, right? So his head he put it over the shoulders there. The guy reached over and flipped him through. If he would have had the legs in, he could have grabbed that arm, stretched him out, right, and put it in the old guillotine. But they didn't award any points. Thomas allowed him to escape. They got both up. Score right now is 2-1. Looks like 2 wrestlers that wrestle fairly free. Oh, there's a tie up there. Inside tie is important. At the end of the first period, we got Garcia with 2 points and Mormon with 1.
Garcia chooses to defer.
Yeah.
Mormon takes the down position.
Most wrestlers are going to choose to be neutral or down. Choosing top puts a disadvantage in it unless you've earned that position.
Yeah, you'll most likely only go top if you're down by a lot and there's little time left on
Exactly.
the clock.
Or if that wrestler's really good, right?
Yeah.
On the bottom, we don't want that. Thomas right now has just got a wing in, right? He's going to try to turn that. He's going to grab, if he can grab that arm and twist that underneath, it's kind of a dogfight.
Reversal.
It's a reversal there. That was a hard dogfight to lose right there. And unfortunately, Thomas fell to his back, and it's fairly tight. And Thomas lost with a pin there. Looks like we got Caleb Weekly and Trey Space. Caleb and Trey both come in at 160. Looks like a fairly even matchup here for both these guys.
Yeah.
Fairly long, lanky guys, Be interesting. It'll be a good matchup here just on how they're both built.
Second freshman we've seen wrestle for O'Neill tonight. There's quite a few freshmen out for wrestling this year.
We have a young group of wrestlers, overall. We got a few juniors. You got 1 senior, I believe, right now. 2 seniors wrestling. Leo Dominguez and Oscar Lopez and Riley Davis are 3 seniors on the deal. Oh, it's nice right there. Trey Space has the old cradle in, but he's a little high, right? He has to get his hips. If he puts that lower knee into his back and slide him out, then he won't slide out of that cradle. It's fairly tight. So he got a takedown, and he has awarded 3 points. If you look at the 3 fingers there, he's just making sure he won't award it if he gets pinned, right? That's pretty tight, isn't it, Drew?
Yeah. He let go.
He let go, right? So
3 near fall space.
So we got 3 near fall. So we got 5 points for him. Northwest Weekly received an escape.
Helps to have long arms on those cradles.
It does.
Pretty lethal.
So when you can drop down and pick that heel, right, or a high single, they can really use those arms for language. A lot of people think that wrestlers, which they are, some are really short and compact, like your lighter weights.
Yeah.
Longer wrestlers are really hard because there's so much there that you have to make sure that you don't expose. The long arms are a big problem.
Yeah.
So we're wrestling right now. They're both up. We got roughly 28 seconds left. 5-1. Trey Space is up for O'Neill. Over Caleb Weekly. Trey has to be a little careful. His weight's really in. He's trying to pick him up on that double. Pick it up. And he
almost
needs to
had
elevate
it.
that. Yep.
Crossface from
Oh,
Weekly.
there's that throw. Did you
Yep.
see that? He's setting that up. He's trying to get him in real close, and then he'll throw that.
Take his head, yeah.
Take his head and do a big headlock. Again, Northwest in the past year has been noted to be a kind of a headlock school. So
pretty good wrestling program over there too.
It is a really good wrestling program. And the second period. So Northwest Weekly defers. You got second down, and of course, Trey's pace does what most wrestlers choose down, right, to give the opportunity to escape. Looks like he's just working. Got standing up.
Good takedown.
Really good takedown. Well, I think he awarded a reversal, but he was on the bottom, so yeah, no points awarded. Kind of thought Northwest was on the bottom. I think the ref was thinking, and Trey or Space was on top, but no points awarded. Northwest dropped to the heel right there, right, to keep an ankle. Trey did a good job standing up, felt the pressure, and stood up.
Space does get awarded with the one escape.
Gets the escape, so there's no control going out of bounds. Yep. Northwest did a really nice double there, dropped to his knees, right? So we got a little bit of inexperience. I'm going to say he's probably an underclassman as well.
Yeah.
So Trey right now got a takedown.
Just stay off his
hip. He's running, yep, staying off. He has to keep his hips up, keep his toes back, keep that pressure on his body, right?
He's getting back points right now. Weekly tries to turn into him.
Trey gets the pin. Nice deal. Kind of worked that crossfade over and got really tight.
Next up from Northwest.
They call that the Butcher or something.
Yep, it's called the Butcher, yep.
Angel Mateer and Matthew Jewell.
So we got Angel Patier.
This is the 160 matchup.
There you go.
Another one.
Another 160 matchup. So we got Matt Jewell.
Has he wrestled in the past?
I don't remember. I think last year he wrestled, and he's been kind of on and off.
Yeah.
The varsity. So again, this is his first year. He's sophomore. Yeah, I believe you're right. I think this is his first year out. Matt's doing a nice job. Work on that sprawl a little bit. Oop, fell to his hip. Mateer is really working that half.
Yeah.
So Matt's keeping his head up was the right thing to do. Sometimes that headgear, Drew, don't you think, gets in a little bit away? You kind of grab the headgear. Of course, sometimes the ref will call it. Sometimes you're not supposed to. Mateer's really high. And Jewell's doing a nice job getting coming out backside. Whoa. Just keep, nope, no points awarded. There it is.
There he goes.
Now he puts got a reversal too.
They have to wear that headgear in high school, though.
Yep, they do have to wear it.
When you're younger, you don't have to. But.
Yep, when you wrestle little kids or college, no headgear is needed. High school NSA rules say that you need the headgear. Of course, you get the dreaded cauliflower ear, right?
Yeah.
The old bloated ear. Matt got a little in trouble there. Got a takedown too, or got a reversal too. Mateer got to put the half in. He's getting some near fall points right now, and unfortunately got the pin. So that's 4 matches, right, Drew?
Yep.
So now we're down to going with our varsity. Oh, we got another
One
JV
more
match.
JV.
Apparently, I can't count.
That's why you became a guidance counselor.
That's right. I was junior high math, and maybe Mr. Fisher did that on design, huh?
Maybe.
Nope. Looks like they're going to go out.
We were right.
We were right. We should never doubt ourselves again, Drew.
I haven't been to a wrestling duel in a long time. Have we had one this year here?
This is I believe, our first duel of the year. So, of course, parents' senior night will be, believe, at the Creighton duels. This is when it normally is, and I think Creighton's here this year, so
yeah,
he'll be there. we got a really young group, you know. Counting through, we have quite a few. We match up pretty well. It looks like they got 4 more wrestlers than what we do. We have about 25 wrestlers. They have about 28 wrestlers. They didn't put the age on them, but it looks like they got an older crew when you just look at the student athletes over there, and we're fairly young.
We have 11 freshmen out.
We got 11 freshmen. That's quite a few. So, right. So now the light's coming on. We kind of do the introduction here. So I know that Northwest has a couple kids rated the 132 pounder or 138 pounder for Northwest is rated number 2 in the state, and possibly could be going against Brady Thompson. There we go. Joe Yates going to wrestle 106.
At 113 pounds from Northwest, Ben Sutherland. And from O'Neill, Zach Mitchell.
There we go.
At 120 pounds from Northwest, Bobby Martin. From O'Neill, Ty Rayford. At 126 pounds from Northwest, Caden Frederickson. From O'Neill, Shane Roker. At 132 pounds from Northwest, Brady Isley. From O'Neill, Leo Dominguez.
So Drew, when you walk out there, do you think you should smile or just keep the grim look? What do you think?
You gotta smile.
You gotta smile. Just throw them off base a little bit, right?
Yeah.
At 145 pounds from Northwest, Owen Friesen. From O'Neill, Fabian At 152 pounds from Northwest, Austin Cooley. From O'Neill, Levi Drucke. At 160 pounds from Northwest, Alex Cabello. And from O'Neill, Servando Gonzales. At 170 pounds from Northwest, Brody Sheets. From O'Neill, Enrique Sanchez.
Geez, Drew, when I look at this, there's 14 weight classes, right? Only out of those 14 weights that people can wrestle, we only have 3 weights that are covered by juniors and seniors, right? So that's pretty good. Yeah, we have, of course, we just had Riley Davis as a senior. Enrique Sanchez is junior. Oscar Lopez, of course, who's rated state, has an injury, won't be wrestling tonight, but we got Servando Gonzales wrestling. Thomas Garcia wrestled JV, but will not be wrestling varsity night. So, yeah, we got a really young group of varsity wrestlers coming in, so it'll be exciting to see how we do today, but they also got a bright future.
Yeah.
Northwest head coach by Brian Seaman, assistant coach Greg Smith and Blake Cucino. Head coach Brian Football, assistant coach Brian Haber and David Fox. Tonight's duel will start at 145 pounds. So
they draw to see where they're going to start. Typically in the old days, back in the 80s and early 90s, they just started at like 103 and or 106 and work their way up. Now they draw a card and they decide where they're going to go. So they drew 145. So we'll wrestle all the way through heavyweight, come back through, and actually our last match today will be Brady Thompson, who has only 3 losses, with Arns, I believe, or with Colin Quant, who's rated number 2 in Class B. It'll be a great finale for us.
What's Brady rated? He's like 4th or
4th right now in Class, yep, I believe. So we got Fabian now wrestling. Fabian comes in with a record of, I believe, 10-4. 14-10, I'm sorry. So has a winning record, which is really important going into conference and districts. You know, we're only about a month away from districts, so we'll be close. So Fabian got a takedown.
Puts the leg in.
Yep, cross the hips, keep him pretty low.
Trying to hip him over.
Grabs an arm there, going to work the arm a little bit. Takes the leg out, come from behind. He's just doing a spiral ride right now. Arm across the waist, up on the shoulder. There you go. Still got it under control, right? There we go. Getting escape. So Friesen is Down 2-1 right now with about 56 seconds left to go. So wrestling head to head. Never want to be ear to ear. Have a little bit of space so you can have your shots. So Fabian's doing a good job there. Needs to keep his head up. He's working the head. Nice shot again. Who do you think's doing the most offensive piece right now, Drew? What do you think?
I'm not sure. Fabian got a early takedown, which helped.
Yep, it did. Looks like they're just working for hand control. I thought Fabian did a nice couple half shots. There it is. See that throw there? He tries to. Yes. Fabian got another takedown. Kid tried to do a head. Friesen tried to do a headlock. Got a little loose on it, and Fabian threw it past. He got a takedown too, so he was up 4-1. Short time with 10 seconds left, so he's really going to just try to work to stay on top. Now allow him to go with that. Circle worker cross face looked like he was trying a little bit of freight. He got 2 seconds left. Good. So nice first start for Fabian. Friesen got a little loose on his throws.
Coach Corkle chooses to defer.
Yeah. They choose odd or even, so whoever flipped there, right? So we're odd. So Fabian had a choice to up, down, right, to be on top. Referee's position, neutral, or defer, and he deferred for third period. So he puts the leg in. Fabian must like the legs a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
So Fabian needs to get his hip off the ground there a little bit. I think the biggest thing in wrestling right now is what people understand is being in control. Fabian is in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Too
Fabian,
high.
Really high, right? So he's going to do is try to swim through it and grab the head.
Yep.
There he goes. He grabs the head and gets a reversal. Fabian, he put the half in the immediate, so Fabian has to peel that off, keep his head up. Grabs the ankle. Ooh, almost a full Nelson, which was an illegal move. He actually tapped the hand. Wasn't seen again. Can't be in all places at all times as a referee. Fabian's trying to face him to keep that away from him. That's pretty exhausting when you're on the bottom trying to fight some offensive move off.
Uses all the muscles in your body pretty much.
It does.
He's in a cradle right now.
But he faces him, right? Broke the cradle and got a reversal. He's getting near fall points and a possible pin here. A little bit loose on that half that he hit the head. He's going to work it again. So we get a reversal 2 and 3 near fall. So we're up. He had a reversal 2, right? And an escape. So we're up 9-3 though. So Fabian's working the head, pushing that head down right is pretty much a lever to get that half. Friesen's doing a nice job trying to build his hips back up, get those hips off the ground. Fabian's just working on top. I don't see a lot of action on both sides.
No. At the end of the second, Acevedo is leading 9-3.
So again, like what most wrestlers do, choose down or maybe neutral. They feel like they're a really great takedown artist, right? Fabian feels best on the bottom, thinks he can get away, so he chooses the down position, referee's position.
Friesen's just going to try to get him on his back now in the last period.
They got a half chicken wing. He's going to try to tilt him into those, right, to get some near fall.
Trying to get his legs to go. Don't know what this move is.
He got a tilt in or a wing, right? And he just kind of tilted him over. Basically, I don't know if he's going to get a pin, but he's going to keep those near fall points. Fabian's trying to free that one arm. I'd be worried about that shoulder a little bit.
Yeah. Wow.
Must have been real tight. Not much he could do. Fabian just got caught there a little bit being high. He's got a pin on it.
Pretty advanced move.
Yep. Fabian is a multi-sport athlete too, does football, wrestling and track, so comes around, does a pretty good job.
Next up, Levi Druki, and I didn't even hear it.
It would be Levi Druki at 5 and 6 for the Eagles, freshman. And we have Austin Cooley.
Austin Cooley?
Yeah. So we got a freshman, not new to the mat, wrestled quite a bit, has wrestled quite a bit.
Yeah, he's been doing it ever since elementary school.
Yeah. Again, played football in the fall, wrestling, and hopefully we'll do a spring sport. Nice to have people be multi-sport athletes.
Yeah, helps a lot with everything pretty much.
Yep, kind of complements each sport, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, Levi's working really inside, right? Inside tie right now goes to Cooley. Hand control, wrist control, that's really. Levi did a nice job there, right? Caught the head a little bit. Some people call it chin whip, right? Or working. No points have been awarded because he still has the leg. There he goes. Gives too near fall to Cooley, saying that he has control. Close call because Levi has that leg yet, but the ref feels like Cooley has an advantage from Northwest, has him in control. Now he's hooked the leg.
Yeah.
I would say that's more of a 2-point down, but definitely has control of Levi Druki now. Kind of working that inside tie. Really doesn't have a lot right now. He's trying to build in. Puts the 3/4 on top with the outside leg. Right, has the hook on the outside leg. He's trying to tilt him through. That's a hard thing to do, especially Levi's a fairly strong individual.
Yeah.
He just bases out, right? Keeps his base low. So I wouldn't say that was a bad first two minutes for Levi.
Start second period. Cooley.
Only down by 2. Cooley takes the down position.
Stops his first news, kind of keeps down. He gets him one leg up, trying to stand, right? Goes to a single. Brings it back through. Now we got working with an underhook there. Gets 2 underhooks working. Levi is on top, a little bit of an advantage. He could bring that shoulder through and pull that through. He'd be all right. He's working to get a throw here, the way it looks. He's really tight up inside. Cooley gets the escape, saying that he got out of the bottom, the referee's position, which is the bottom position. Both are up now. Neutral. Just kind of working for position. Cooley did a nice shot there with an inside single, really tight. Levi gets thrown to his back with that single, right? Tried to roll through, gets a pin, unfortunately. So a lot of youth on us. Levi doesn't have a lot to worry about, coming through. Just learn from his mistakes and come through.
It's a tough weight to wrestle at, too.
Yep.
When you're so young.
You start going at that 145 pounds and above, you're dealing with a lot. Older people are going to gain weight.
Yeah.
So being a freshman wrestling up, that's a hard match to do.
160 pounds from Northwest, Alex Cabello, Servando Gonzales.
So Cabello from Northwest and Servando Gonzales Jr. from O'Neill. So Servando's a 2-sport athlete for O'Neill, runs cross country, was a state qualifier this fall, and is now has been wrestling for the last 3 years.
Quite a few cross country runners on the wrestling team.
Yep. So they both do. Yeah, we got quite a few of them, don't we? I didn't. Or O'Neill does. Northwest is wrestling. Looks like Servando did a nice job. Got a single. Fell to his knees with his head down. Needs to bring that knee in or work off to the side. Cabello's doing a nice job keeping sprawled out, right? Keeping that weight. He's pushing those hips into his shoulders so he keeps that weight off, right? Push those hips out into him. Sprawls, does a nice job. Cabello's doing a good job staying on his toes, keeping all that weight, the center of his weight on his hips to keep that head down of Servando. Servando's working to the outside, which you want to do with that outside single. He's keeping that leg. He's going to switch to a double. He's trying to switch to a double, I think. Just can't quite do it. Cabello's knee might be something that the ref might be concerned about. He hasn't called it yet.
It's close to 2, and he got it.
Yep, got 2 points. Cabello got 2 points. Lost that leg. Gonzales lost that leg. Servando's working off the bottom now. Cabello's doing a job just doing one-on-ones, right? 2-on-1s underneath. Yeah. 2 hands and 1 wrist, rolling those under, keeping his base off. Base is keeping all 4 points, both legs, both knees up, trying to build up. Servando's trying to build up with that. He's standing just straight up. Tripods up. Cabello does a nice job keeping that weight on top of him, so he can't do that, though.
Servando is down 2-0 after the first.
What if there's a lot of other places that bring that center light down so it kind of gives you that center ring attention?
It's cool.
It's kind of a different deal, isn't it? Servando worked it underhook down to a single again. Working, fireman's, right? Tips, brings that through. So they're kind of fighting position. They're not going to give anything to anybody right now. So just keep scooting. Servando got a takedown too.
This is the first time we're using this mat for a duel too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Got 2 new mats in the wrestling room. Used one of them for the duel tonight.
Boy, these mats compared to our old mats where they just 3 slabs, these are a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Moving those big, heavy ones that were just 3 sections, that's a ton to weigh. But these new Dollarmore mats like this that roll out, they're really easy to move, and it's a lot softer.
Servando has a tilt. Close to
points. It looked like it was close. Tilt again right here. Now he got points awarded. Looks like he got 2 near fall. Again, if it's more than 2 counts, right? Basically 1, 2, and go to the 3rd count. So you got 2 near falls, so it's 4-2. Servando has that leg trap in behind, right? Gonna elevate that knee up. It really stretches that quad out if you're on the bottom position there. So he's working to thread the needle. See that right there? He goes through one arm, goes through the back, grabs the arm that's in the bar arm series there. Servando's keeping a lot of weight, working on top. Of course, we know the person on top is the offensive person, has to make an attempt to always earn points or to pin your opponent. And, of course, if he doesn't, it's called a stall.
Good period for Servando. Gained 2 points, or gained 4 points.
Yep, up 4-2. 3rd period, Servando has the advantage on being on the bottom. Feels like he can get away. He does a nice job with, gives him an escape, comes back to singles, going to work on a high, he's going to treetop him is what some people call, right? Yeah. Or has a high single. He's going to trip him. So you see how his 2 legs are in. He has control, gave him 2 points, right? If you haven't watched wrestling since the 80s, that would not be considered 2 points. You have to keep them in, but they say if you're in control as they go out, now it'd be 2 points takedown. So
3 quick points right off the bat for Servando.
Cabello tries to do a Granby or a roll through. Doesn't work, right? He just, Servando did a nice job keeping his knee between.
The key to this tilt is just keeping their arm right at their waist. Don't want that to get loose.
There's that half chicken wing. Do you see that? Brings over. Oh. He just has to scoot through, right? Keep him there. Keep that arm. Servando just has to keep the arm and roll that back through.
There he goes.
There you go. Of course, you want to tee out, right?
Yeah.
Work on keeping those feet out in front of his head, not down by his legs. Servando's not quite teed out, but feels like he has control and gets the pin.
Good match.
Yeah, so they get 2 pins right away, and we ended up getting the pin, so that was good. So it's now score, of course, 6 points for a pin. So we're down 12-6 for a team score. So coming up next is 170-pounder Enrique Sanchez.
Enrique Sanchez.
And Brady Sheeks from Northwest at the 170-pound. Enrique's coming in with a record of 5-12. Junior Enrique's a 2-sport athlete too. Runs a little bit of cross country in the fall. Runs cross country in the fall and wrestles in the winter.
Good single.
Nice single there. He has to let that go. Gets nice takedown by Enrique. Keeps his hips up. Sheeks is working off bottom. Sanchez is doing a nice job keeping his hips down. Sheets looks like a really strong athlete.
Yeah.
Enrique's doing a nice job. Has to work from side to side a little bit, staying vertical on top of someone. They might be called for stalling because you have to make it a point to turn him. But it looks like Enrique's working that crossface.
That crossface cradle.
He's trying to hook that up, right?
Yeah.
That does not feel good when they come across that crossface.
Gets the leg in. Both legs in.
Staying behind the head, right? When you put those legs in, you're going to be a little bit higher than you normally are, but you really have to be aware of where you're going to be. Works that crossface. Must be something he really likes.
Yeah. He's just got to get out and run towards his head. He's got it locked up, it looks like.
Looks like he has it locked now. He just has to sit back a little bit.
Oh.
Nope, doesn't look like he has it, does it?
No.
Oh,
there he
now
goes.
he does.
He's going to try to put that knee in his side and his head right onto his head.
He got 2 near falls, up 4-0.
5 seconds left. Enrique has a 4-point lead going into the second period.
Yeah. Sheeks looks like a pretty strong athlete. So one thing that Sanchez has to be careful is dealing with his strength. You know, don't get caught on something that you can't get away from. Some wrestlers can overpower that. This kid, the student athlete, she looks like a kid that might be something you don't want to do. Got locked hands, so he fell down and got locked hands again. So what's nice about that, Drew, is you can make that free move, can't you?
Yeah.
So that was a technical point, right? So
1 point Sanchez. 1 point escape, Sanchez.
So second period, of course, Sanchez was down. Then Sheeks decided to choose both neutral, allow him to have that 1 point escape. So he's up 6-0. I wouldn't be surprised being down 6. He's going to set. Oh, there's that headlock he's trying to put in. See that? Pretty loose. Threw that by, right? Right. And got it in. So he's up 8-0.
We've only seen that.
There's that cross-face cradle again. See that?
Yeah.
What's that, Drew?
We've only seen that headlock work once, but it threw him out of bounds, so it didn't really gain him anything. A lot of Northwest guys have tried it, though.
Yeah, so maybe it's still kind of their tradition, you know. Some people are known for certain things.
Enrique's turking him. There he goes. Gets some points now.
He's going to give him 3 near fall. So right now we have a major fall, which are 4 points. So if he's ahead by 8 points or more, then you'll get a major fall since it's just a major decision, I'm sorry. So decision's 3 points. You win by less than 8. More than 8 or more, it would be a major fall, which is 4 points. A technical fall is when you beat people by more than 15 points. And that's 5, and of course a pin is 6.
Ooh, got caught on that tilt.
He's in a little bit of trouble right now, isn't he?
Yep.
Hips are down. He has to scoot those hips out. Keep scooting, keep scooting. He got that 3/4 ton.
He's getting points now.
Now he got that leg in, so he said there he's still offensively good, isn't he?
Good recovery from Enrique.
Enrique Sanchez.
This is going to be a tech fall.
Yep, be a tech fall. 5 points. That's not a match. That is not an easy thing to do. Is score more than 15 or more points in one match is a hard thing to do. So scores that tech fall. So.
From Northwestern, 182 pounds, Victor Isley. And from O'Neill, Riley Davis.
So we got Isele, I think is his name, I-S-E-L-E, Isele, and Riley Davis. Davis, really a physically strong athlete. Isele looks the same.
Both pretty tall.
Yeah, both fairly well matched on height. Of course, weight would be the same. I believe there's a 1 or 2 pound allowance now, so if you want to weigh 182, you can weigh 184. So they're allowing more and more of that, so it's been a good thing for student athletes not to lose all that weight all the time. So we got an inside tie right now, just working on hand control inside. Riley's working with it on the head a little bit. Kind of ear to ear, so a shot right now would be hard because you don't have a lot of clearance. Create some space. You want to be head to head, forehead to forehead a little bit. Nice double by Riley. He's going to bring him up. Oh.
No points awarded.
Boy, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice double to bring him up, right? Squeeze it into almost a bear hug on that.
Davis is trying to snap down. Can't get it to work, though.
Selly's doing a nice job with that hand control. He'll grab that wrist of Riley, and Riley's kind of tugging away. Just stay relaxed with that. But Selly's doing a nice job with that hand control. Now he's working inside again for hand control. Just kind of working each other out, trying to figure each other out. We got 16 seconds left.
Blood time for Riley.
Blood time for Riley. How's that work, Drew? How many, we get what, 5 minutes?
You get 5 minutes, yeah.
5 minutes for blood, and you have to make sure it stops. Then you or your coach has to clean that up and make sure there's no more blood done. The ref's, of course, looking and pointing. Get some cleaner out here. We got a little bit of blood on the mat. So O'Neill, manager, goes out there and cleans it. Sprays a little disinfectant on it. We're all good to go. I don't think this is new to Riley, is it, Drew?
No,
getting a bloody nose?
He has bloody noses a lot.
It's not even close to a minute, so we got plenty of blood time left if something would happen. Then we got injury timeout, of course, too. So. Nice shot again. Selly does a nice job sprawl. Davis did a nice job getting off his hips again, right? Don't want to stay flat. Out of time. First period. Davis has choice, so he deferred till third period to make the choice. Selly does not. It looks like he feels most comfortable standing. Both called neutral position.
Still 0-0.
Drew, you're right. He's working that snap down, right?
Yeah.
Trying to set that up for a double. Keep that head bobbing a little bit when he sets up, then he sets that double in. Hand control really is, Davis is trying to rely on getting that forearm and getting arm control on that with that, keeping it head to head, which is good. You create some space. Now they're ear to ear, which is a little bit harder to do. That shot's not as easy to take. You got an underhook by Davis, who's going to look like he's trying to work a little bit of a catcher, what I call a cow catcher. Is there another name for that, Drew?
No clue. I'm more of a basketball player myself.
You wrestled a couple years. Your dad was a two-sport winter guy. Tried a little bit of wrestling and did some basketball. It's hard to believe is how tired you get just doing this when you're out there wrestling like this. Sometimes it comes down to who not makes the best move, but who makes the first mistake a little bit.
Yeah.
30 seconds left in the second period. Selly's trying to circle a little bit to the right, maybe catch that right ankle, it looks like. Riley's doing a nice job keeping head to head, keep everything neutral. Nice double by Riley. He's going to more or less try to do a bulldoze, right? Yeah. Get that double, but he tries to bulldoze over. It doesn't work. Selly did a nice job keeping on his feet. Say Northwest has really good balance on his feet with that double, Bulldoze basically, pick those both legs up and just drive them to the mat. Northwest did a nice job. So here you go, Cho's down. Riley Cho's down, got to his feet. Gets the underhook. He's really going to try to spread that leg out a little bit. Stalling on red. What he chose.
Score here.
There you go. He said he had both legs locked with that double. Drew, are you getting harassed by the audience?
Just my father.
So Selly chose, right, to allow him to be escaped, so he's going to allow him up.
I think so, yeah.
We got a minute 30 left. Head to head, they're kind of working back and forth.
Pretty evenly matched.
I would say, too. Both look like they're a little fatigued, right, but kind of on their heels a little bit right now. Davis and Northwest wrestler really have to make sure that you don't get too tired, get on those heels and get a single on you or a double, right? What you want to do is try to go for a double and maybe get another takedown. Either side, right? Because we're only up by one. 50 seconds left.
There's that.
There's the deal. He did a nice double, fell back on his hips, and Riley took advantage of it, just threw him to his back. It looks like it's going to be a pin. That's really tight. That's going to be hard to come off of.
30 seconds left, too. That's plenty of time.
$20 seconds. Got short time, so either way, it looks like they're going to win. We get an extra 3 points if he gets a pin on this. He cups that head. That's going to be tight.
Oh. Just under 10 seconds left.
5, 4, 3. He's keeping that shoulder up. Northwest wrestler did a nice job.
Davis comes out with the win.
3 points for the O'Neill Eagles. Davis gets him a win.
Pistolka. From O'Neill, Corbin Grenier.
Zach Pistolka. We have Pistolkas in O'Neill, don't we?
There's Pistolkas everywhere, it seems like. There's some from Atkinson, too.
Corbin's a sophomore, correct?
Yep.
So we got Corbin wrestling here. Of course, we had Nora Shabram listed as 195, but Corbin's going to wrestle tonight. Varsity, I'm going to bump some people up to see if they get a heavyweight win. We don't truly have a 285 guy, so we're going to, I'm suspecting they're going to move Noah Shabram up to 220 and either Marcus Mazer or Sal Rodriguez to 285 and see if they can get that win. So
probably.
looks like both fairly young guys here. Got a nice double. Corbin's doing a nice driving through. A nice takedown.
Gets his 2.
Got a little bit of time left, right? He breaks him back down. We got a reversal too, they're saying. Corbin, Pistolka got a reversal on that. Working that crossface a little bit. Corbin sips her down a little bit. We're getting escape 1 green, which Grenier got up on an escape, so he's up 3-2 with about 8 seconds left. End of the period, 3-2.
Northwest choice. They defer.
Northwest defers. Pistolka decides that she's making a decision, 3rd period. And Grenier, of course, does what most wrestlers do, chooses down position, thinks he can get an escape. Sits out, right? Gonna work that arm to throw him over the side. Got a reversal too. Moves Grenier up to 5-2 on this. So they kind of work that crossface cradle, and what they'll do is they'll kind of brace up to that, and you can throw that half in off that. So it's kind of a secondary move off that crossface, and that's what looks like Corbin's trying to do. Pistolka just keeping his base, right? Really not doing a lot right now. There he goes, working up to his hips, all fours. He's all 4 on his base right now.
Referee calls him out of bounds.
So Northwest referees position him down. Of course, O'Neill's on the top, working on the offensive position. Ooh. Corbin's a little bit of trouble with his hips, right? He needs to watch. He doesn't get in a lot of trouble. He's gonna work that 3/4 Nelson. Tries to lock it up, doesn't get it.
Oh, good throw there from Northwest.
Got about 25 seconds left. Northwest got an escape. O'Neill's up 5-3. Keep being offensive here, both sides. Of course, we waste this last, through the 2nd period, and then Northwest will have the decision to choose what position, and I would have to say he's going to choose either neutral or down.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get a point taken.
At the end of the 2nd period, Grenier leads 5-3. Northwest choice, they choose down.
Of course, Northwest chooses down, thinks he can get an escape away from Grenier. Pistalka's there. Referee brings him on.
Northwest drive.
Yeah, Northwest did a really good job getting his hips turned around facing Grenier, didn't he?
One skate, Pistalka.
Now it's just kind of a battle.
Yeah.
Who wants it more right now? We got 5-4. He gave an escape, which means he could get a takedown if he'd get around. Grenier's holding on to that leg. This might end up in a stalemate. Nobody makes an offensive choice.
Grenier lets go of the leg. Northwest runs that chicken wing.
Yeah, it's cow catch, right? They're going to try to throw that. Yep, cow catcher is what we call it, I guess. Maybe that's only in Holt County. I don't know, Drew. Oh, that's too bad. Got thrown back on his hips. So Grenier was really into the match.
Yeah.
He's a winner by fall, 195 pounds from Northwest, Zach Pistalka.
They get a pin, so it's going to give them 6 points, right? Coming back, so they'll be up 18-14 O'Neill. Noah Shaverman's going to come out and wrestle 220 now. So Noah's actually wrestling up a weight level, 195 to 220. He's going to be wrestling up 5 pounds.
220 pounds from Northwest, Brady Thompson. And from O'Neill,
Of course, Noah's a sophomore. Injured last year. What was his injury, Noah?
He broke his arm.
That's right. Northwest took him down, let him up. Kind of feels like he has a fairly good chance to do this. Takes him down again, 4-1. Releases him again, so he feels comfortable on his feet. Shaverman's down 4-2. Does a heel pick there.
Pretty
Gets a
experienced
takedown.
wrestler.
I would say that, yeah, he's been on the mat a couple times, the way
Yeah.
it looks. I would have to say he's at least a junior or senior. They didn't give us our ages, but I would have to say that's kind of where he's at.
Good throw there.
Yep. Looks like he's going to try to go for a pinning combination right now. There it is. So we got a youth, right? Really. Noah wrestled in junior high.
Yeah.
Got that arm broke last year. Wasn't able to wrestle as a freshman, so he's coming back and wrestling as sophomore. So got a lot more time to get better.
at 285 pounds from Northwest, Brady Thompson.
Salvador Rodriguez is going to wrestle up at 285.
Rodriguez.
Yep.
Good challenge for him.
It will be. You got Sal at 220. We got a 285 pounder. It means they can't go over 285, but could be over 220 anywhere from there. That's a big weight difference.
Yeah. These matches tend to go a little bit slower than the lighter weight classes.
Yeah, there's not a lot of action, but typically we'll have somebody, when you get a lot of that weight coming, right, and strength going, one way or another, a lot of these will be throws are coming in. Sal almost got a takedown, got his takedown too.
Takedown, Rodriguez.
Ooh, watch your back. Yep.
Yeah.
Big guy on top,
Yeah.
right? It's hard to swing through. Boy, that's quick pin on Sal, but had both shoulders on the back, so gives them another 6 points. Where O'Neill is down now, 16 points. Now, get done with heavyweights. Now we got the 106-pounder, Joe Yates.
Yates is a freshman.
Takedown, Yates.
Has that leg in.
It's going to work. These guys, they're pretty quick, and you'll see a lot of changes. Yeah, I think Joe just came off of having a concussion a few weeks ago and went through the protocols, doing well now, has been back into wrestling, so good to see him back.
Yeah, I think he got it during a match at the O'Neill tournament.
So good to see him on the mat again, and of course safety is a good deal. He has the legs in, got it pretty tight. He reaches around.
Still is in control.
Yep. Looks like he's going for the splits, right? What we call the old banana splits, right? Going to bring him through. And
could have been a good opportunity for the guillotine.
There it is, right there. Yep. He reached back with that leg, that arm, and grabbed that wrist and bring it around your head. And really, if you just stretch out, it brings him, rolls him through to the mat, right?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get out of.
Gets cradle in.
It's pretty
tight. Problem is his shoulder's up, right? He gets that shoulder block. So he got near fall points with 3.
Brings him around again.
He has to put that bottom side knee into his hip. Kind of stretch that out a little bit. He gets 3 near fall. He's down 5-0. Drew, would you prefer when you were making a decision? Did you like the down position? Did you like neutral?
Well, down is not fun, but that's probably the most reasonable choice.
Yeah.
Takes the most work, for sure.
Gonna get a head snap there. Did a nice job. He's gonna get the leg in.
Almost has him in the splits again. Just has to roll him through. Yeah, so Grady Grease, who's a senior, wrestled at 220-pound weight class, just accepted a full ride to go wrestle for Navy. So we got some collegiate wrestlers coming through. The one that was previously back a couple of weight classes ago. Not the heavyweight, but the 220-pounder. That wrestled Noah Shabram, that really good takedown artist for him. He's going to wrestle at Navy, so that'll be a Division I program that he'll be at. And, of course, working for Armed Services, too. Yates is up 10-0 right now.
He gets that. He has that cradle in, right? But he gets a little high. He just can't flip over that. It's going to have to readjust a little bit. I think a lot of it's just making sure you got your weight behind them, right? You're not high, keeping everything behind, keep all the weight pressure behind them.
He's getting a little high right now.
Yep. Puts those double legs in, so he gets 1 leg and puts 2 legs in. Now he's stretching that half out.
He's getting back points. That's an uncomfortable position for.
Yeah, that's not very comfortable. That is not a good place to be. That takes a lot of strength not to get pinned. A lot of fortitude.
Yates will get his 3 back points.
So right now we got 103, we have 106, 120, 126, 130, 138. So let's say that Northwest is sitting in the driver's seat. O'Neill cannot afford. They need about every point they can get to get that 16-point lead back.
Yeah.
3 pins, of course, but getting 3 pins is easier said than done.
Tech fall would help here.
It would be. Yep. So. Here, you can be in total control, and one small mistake can put you on your back and get pinned. I think every wrestler say that they probably have done that before.
Yeah.
So he has a leg in right now, just kind of stretching him out.
Gonna try to Turk him.
Northwest is working really well, keeping that wrist control, so he can't do much to turn him over like that with the legs. Puts the half in.
Full Nelson.
Full Nelson. Yep, so you put a half on one side, half on the other. This is where that junior high math comes in, Drew.
Yeah.
1/2 plus 1/2 considers a full Nelson, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can't have that. You can have a half Nelson or a 3/4 Nelson in, but you can't have a full. So he gets a point. Northwest gets a point on that. Down 13-1. You got 52 seconds left. Northwest doing a nice job not getting pinned. Every point counts here, so if he can at least keep 1 point away.
He needs one more point for tech fall. He gets that cradle.
Boy, that's pretty tight.
Yep. A pin would be helpful here. 3-near fall, and that is the match.
So, Drew, you called it 18-1. Technical fall, scored more than 15 points without pinning your opponent. Gives you 5 points for the team. So, adds 5 onward. O'Neill's down 11 with 30-19. We're at the 113-pound now, weight class.
113 pounds, Ben Sutherland. And from O'Neill, Zach Mitchell.
So Zach Mitchell is going to wrestle up from 106 to 113. They have Zach Osborne listed there, but Zach Mitchell is wrestling. And they're wrestling, I believe he said Bobby Martin.
Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Ben Sutherland.
Gotcha. Zach gets a pin, but looks like we got to let. So the only undefeated wrestler for O'Neill right now is coming up. Ty Rainforest.
He's 19-0.
19-0.
He's ranked 3rd or 2nd in Class B.
Yep.
From O'Neill, Ty Rainforest.
Who's he wrestling?
I did not hear who he's wrestling. They said, was it Markey? Bobby Martin, 113-pounder. They moved him up. Sound like they moved their 120-pounder Sutherland down, right, to wrestle 13 to gain those points. Ty's working on top there really well. Gets a single and circles in behind to get takedown 2. Ty puts the legs in. Oh, he's going to work that splits, right? Going to really stretch that out. That is not a fun position. That really stretches everything out on the lower ab. Puts double legs in. The offensive opponent uses those legs. It really takes a lot of energy out of you. It takes a lot to get away from that. It's not a fun position to be in. Looks like he put a bar arm in, right? But he's working that half chicken in now, right? Look at that. He's going to post that arm on the right side. He's going to walk around the head here, it looks like. Really working it pretty hard. Sound good?
One escape.
You get one escape from Bobby Martin. 113-pounder moved up to 120. Ty's been wrestling for a long time.
Yeah, got 6 at state last year.
Yeah. A little bit of genetics. His uncle, Russell Wisner Poger, was a 3-time state champ. And he's, of course, Ty's been doing it quite a bit. Again, he's a 3-sport athlete. Got a lot of our athletes, basketball, or wrestlers, everybody. It's nice to see multiple sport athletes. So Ty goes in for that single and just swings it around, gets takedown 2. Be interesting to see if Northwest really tries to be offensive here or be defensive and just not get pinned to save some points. Because right now we're wrestling at the 120 pounds. We're just down to 3 weight classes. So they're really going to have to basically score
At the end of the first, Rainforest leads.
To win every match.
pins. They're going to have to pin on every match here, because 3 times 6 would be 18, would give them 37 points. They'll have to win everyone coming out with a pin. So right now on the point advantage side, Northwest is doing a pretty good job. Just does a little sidearm chop there, right? Does a chop on the arm. Ty's working one-on-one, working vertically, not working off to the side, but looks like he's trying to work something offensively. Seasoned wrestlers like that really do a nice job with weight and being in control. Ty does a nice job keeping his head away from the top.
Got him in the splits.
Splits again. What do you think is one of the easier things to do when you start wrestling, Drew? When you start doing this, what is one of the easier moves to work on? What do you think most know?
The classic half Nelson.
I would say the
probably.
classic half is what I would go with. Headlocks are kind of common, don't you think?
Yep, and then cradles too.
Cradles too. So, and there's the classic half Nelson right there, right, that Ty has. Of
Now
course,
cradle.
he goes for that far side cradle and gets it. Pin there. So down 11. So we could get a major fall and pin, or a tech fall and pin would tie us, or 2 pins would.
What do they do
win
if
it?
it's tied? They just leave it?
It's a good question. I don't know, Drew.
At 126 pounds from Northwest, Caden Frederickson. And from O'Neill, Shea Roker.
So Shade Roker, first year wrestler for O'Neill, coming in, 9th grader. Here's one of those 11 9th graders that have filled into positions for being a wrestler. Shade's wrestling at that 126 pound against Frederickson. Frederickson just got a takedown too. Looks like he got that far side cradle in a little bit. It's going to bring him back through a little bit. Object for O'Neill there right now is to break that, which he did. Get away, right? His base is up, but he's pretty closed in. He needs to have a really strong base open, so they can't work him that much. Keep his weight out and back. So we always say keep your weight back. Northwest did a nice job keeping the weight on the shoulder and went out in front.
Running that butcher.
Run the butcher, barbed wire, yep.
Just teeing out.
Got about 40 seconds left. O'Neill's in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, he's going to get both legs in, gets a pin. So we come up, right? Right now, Northwest has won the team. Has won the team division. I believe we will not be able to beat them. We still have a 130 and 138 pounder coming in, even with 12 points. That puts us at 37. If we got 2 pins, that would not help. So this is Leo Dominguez from O'Neill Wrestling, and I didn't quite hear the name of the other person. Leo's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Has Leo wrestled all 4 years, or?
Leo wrestled all, yep, Leo's wrestled. 2-sport athlete, runs cross country and does wrestling. So Leo's been wrestling. Right now, typically Oscar Lopez is rated at 5th or 6th in state in Class B. Has an injury, so Leo stepped in to wrestle 130 pound, or 132.
Potentially dangerous.
Potentially dangerous. I don't know what they saw there. He said, so basically, what is potentially dangerous, Drew? I mean, what?
It's when like the referee sees a position that could get the athlete really injured or just hurt. I
or
think.
saying that there's a chance that
Yeah.
something could go wrong here and we're going to stop the match because it's something that doesn't look natural. Somebody could get hurt. And he could be called in at any time. We got a spiral ride, so he got that right hand through the thigh, going to ride that leg up, and brings that left arm up through. Now he just has a tight waist working the left side. So Leo struggling a little bit getting to his base.
Trying to put him in a tilt.
He scooped that leg through. Now he got that knee, so he split those legs to get that turnover, right?
Yeah. Just needs to get the arm to the other side.
He gets that half. It's pretty tight. He's working off to the side to get that heat. Yep. Chins, right? Cups the chin with a reverse half.
Scoop the head. That's the period.
Leo gets 3 near fall against him, so he's down 0-5. Northwest, of course, up 5-0. O'Neill has a choice. And Leo feels like right now that his bottom position where is not good, so he's going to choose top position, see if he can turn him. So we had involuntary movement, which is a caution. And it goes to warning, and then if you did it again, it would be a point, right? So it's doesn't happen a lot, but that usually kind of calls. Leo's back on top. Right, working the top really well. Trying to put the leg in. Leo's putting double. A little high. Needs to get both legs underneath, right? Needs to hook that left leg. There he goes. Northwest does a nice job building up. Once those legs in, it's obligation of that top wrestler most times. Refs won't call stalling on the bottom. Get those legs in, it's his obligation on top to turn them and to make some points or to get a pin. Leo's really working on top. Does a nice job.
Tries to hip him over.
Leo gets the legs in, but got a little high, and he's getting basically shaked down, right?
Yeah.
Really has to work that half of that arm that he has over.
A little high.
A little high right now, but I think he got both legs in. He just needs to work himself back a little bit. Northwest doing a job being patient, staying there. Leo stretches him, breaks his base, trying to break his base back down. Leo's really high right now, a little bit of trouble. Referee's indicating that it's not a reversal yet, but things aren't there.
There's a reversal.
There's a reversal. O'Neill's down. Leo Dominguez is down 7-0. So Northwest just riding out here. We have roughly 3 seconds left of the second period. Northwest is up 7-0 against O'Neill in the individual match. Team matches, they're down 17 points. So
This gym's been used for a lot of events today.
it has been used a lot. We had the junior high basketball team come in and played Creighton. Was it just as a whole game for the 8th grade and then just a half a game for the 7th grade? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
And then we had that guy come and talk to us.
Yep. And we had assembly today, so it'll be big. So.
Yeah, West Holt and St. Mary's came and listened to that too.
Yep. Pretty good speaker. Talking about life choices. It was a pretty good deal. We got a minute 20 left. We got 9-0. O'Neal, Leo Dominguez is down.
Turned into him. That favored Northwest, gave him. Maybe trying to put him in a cradle, something.
He gets that leg in, right? So
Yeah.
he has a near side leg, so.
There he let it go.
He tried to let it go, but he has that outside cradle going out, right? Try to work it. Now he's let that go. Leo has to be a little bit careful here with the throw, but it looks like Northwest is trying to back out of that a little bit. Leo's trying to hook that up to get a throw in real quick here with 42 seconds left.
Almost got it.
Yep. You got 30 seconds left.
Oh,
Leo tried that throw and he was kind of tied up, and now he threw him over, got a really strong half and got pinned. So pin puts Northwest up 48-25 against the O'Neal Wrestlers. So we have the match of the night. We have coming up 138 pound is Colin Quant, number 2 in Class B. Against Brady Thompson, number 4 in Class B. Really the only two, Brady Thompson only has 3 losses of the year. He has a loss to Pistolka out of Valentine, who is going for his 4-time state championship.
Yeah.
Has only 1 loss in high school, so his 2 losses there to Pistolki, or I'm probably saying that wrong, but is no slough. Then he lost to Owen Lade out of Battle Creek. So we definitely have some good wrestlers here. So Quant gets a takedown of 2. Brady's working up. A lot of pressure by Quant. Looks like we got a reversal too, at least escape 1. Brady is also a 3-sport athlete, so it's just nice. We got a lot of all of our athletes: basketball, football, cross country, wrestling, track, golf. We have a lot of people do a lot of things. Brady had a really nice single there, but kind of lost his balance, and Quant turned it on him. Brady gets an escape, so he's down 4-2. You got a takedown 2 there, right?
Yep.
You got 44 seconds left in the first period. This is definitely the best match. Brady goes in for a high crotch series there, right?
Yeah.
With the head to the outside. It's really not a double or single. Single head would be the inside. Double with the head could be the outside, but don't hit a leg. So not a bad shot. Had good pressure on him. Quant did a nice job. Ooh, nice heel.
Good ankle pick there.
Yep, it was.
Trying to hook up that cradle again.
We got 17 seconds left. Right now it's 6-2. So short time there, so we got down with the first period 6-2. So Brady has to watch his heels a little bit. He's really working that. Brady had choice, did not disturb, but chose to go down. So Brady's no stranger to wrestling, of course, been wrestling for a long time now. His stand up there is going to work. Gets a release on that. He's going to go to a double there. See that? He's going to get that. If he can get that outside step there. Oh, he can get that. Oh, Brady's in trouble. Slip to his hips. Guy gets double legs in. Brady got turned, got 3 near on him, though.
Power half.
Quant's trying to do a power half, but can't. You got 2 reversal 2, so it's 11-4. Brady just got stuck on that bottom with that 3 near. Fell to his hip, right? So Brady's working the top right now. Brady puts the legs in. He's going to see what he can work off here. I would say he just gave stalling to the bottom right now because he's not doing a lot. He's just kind of setting out. Stalling means he's not making an attempt to better himself. Another stall would be a point. So he's going to work on this tilt. So he got that arm in the inside, right? Puts that elbow inside and works that out. Watch this.
Ooh.
Easy that.
Brady's trying to get some back points before period ends.
Brady's just really working at half right there. So I would say that defensively, Northwest did a nice job just blocking a lot of things. Did a couple things, tried to escape, but didn't do much after that. So Brady was trying to turn him, but didn't do. Brady chose bottom.
Quant chose top.
Quant chose top. So he feels like he can ride this out. So Brady did a nice job escaping. I don't know if that would be the best move.
He's got that cradle hooked up.
Brady can slide that right leg back and break that out. He can be okay. Quant's doing he's really working that inside cradle, isn't he, Drew?
Yeah.
So he's working here. We got 1:25 left. You know, there's a lot of time here. So right now the ref said that he did not have control coming around on that reversal, but will give him 1 point escape. Okay, doesn't seem like a lot, but a point can make a big difference because then you get a 5 point move, right? So if you would give him a reversal and give him a 5 point move, it would work. Still going to be all right. You got both in neutral. Brady's just going to have to really watch his heels. He's heavy on his heels right now. So. We got a minute left. So now we're 11-7, right? So we got we need 4 points, or O'Neill needs 4 points. Looks like Northwest is a little bit tired the way he's wrestling right now. His hands on his heels. Look, he got both hands down.
Brady decides to go both up.
So.
Oh.
So we got 30 seconds left. Brady's going to have to try to pin him here.
Oh.
So.
He's going to get his 3 near fall. That'll tie it up.
Tied up, 12-0. Brady's going to try to go for another. He can get some more points here, right? It's tied.
Oh, he just can't let him get up.
Brady's trying to go for the win. He's not going to wait for overtime. Great move on that, right? Brought him through with their arm, got 3 near fall, called 2 more near fall. We got 12-12. Northwest coach is going to go talk to referee. Didn't feel like it was quite a fair move. But once you roll them back, right, and try a different move, you can reposition that and get another additional 2 points.
Yeah.
So good job for those guys. So Brady did a nice job there. You know, down 11, right? Was down 11-4, is able to come back on that. So
yeah,
at one time.
Quantz was tired there in that last period.
sports are a lot different. You know, you can go track, you can kind of pace yourself a little bit, no matter if it's hurdles or whatever else like that. You know, here it just every muscle, it feels like, you know, every sport's a little different. So it doesn't seem like 6 minutes would be a lot of time that would make you that tired, but you're pretty exhausted at the end. Have discussion about the points right now. Northwest coach.
It says 13-12 right there.
Northwest coach feels like saying it's 13-12 right now, so that puts discussion of points right now, so
Are they going to give Quants the win?
looks like Quan has the win.
Huh.
It's a tough match. So you got the number 2 guy against the number 4 guy. Brady's had no slough losses, you know. Owen Lade's a really good wrestler, 4-time Valentine wrestler, going for a 4-time state. So, yeah, so we're down to one more JV match.
And Ryan Cooley.
Osborne and Cooley have both wrestled earlier in the meet. So it would be their second match.
Yeah, so they're going to wrestle one more here and see how it goes. Osborne's got a tie up. Got a takedown too on Osborne. Let's put the cradle in. Both teams are really cradled a lot tonight.
Yeah.
So
it's been quite a few.
There's a lot of things you can do to come into that cradle, you know, crossface or work a half. How people step into it, step up. So Osmond's on the bottom, down 2-0.
Has bow and arrow cradle.
That's pretty painful coming across that. You know, he's not giving it that, so he's going across his back and arching that back. That does not feel very good.
You don't bend that way.
No, you don't. Zach trying to keep his head up. He's really working to back that head for a half. Zach's down 2-0, both choose neutral up. Did a duck under there, nice duck under by Northwest to get a takedown.
He's going to try to run the half and pin him.
There you go.
It's close.
He's trying to.
He's got to squeeze now.
Get off to the side, right? Zach's ability is to try to roll through that, a punch, right? Bring that left arm in and punch that through to get to the ground. It's pretty tight, though.
Yeah.
O'Neill's in a little bit of trouble.
Just takes that arm and stretches it. There's the pin.
Here's the pin. So the match is done for tonight. So O'Neill gets beat 51-25 by Northwest, but does a really nice job.
Yep, it was a pretty entertaining one.
Yep. So
In our last match of the evening,
One more.
I guess we have one more. I thought they said junior JV, but
Zach Hobie from Northwest and Thomas Garcia.
I don't think Thomas knew he was wrestling either.
he's given another opportunity. As long as he didn't eat a lot of nachos and popcorn.
Hopefully not.
It's never a good thing when you get a tight waist with nachos and popcorn, Drew. What's your favorite thing to eat, Drew, right before you compete?
I don't know.
Popcorn, chips, and pop?
Probably. What do you eat before you go on a nice long run?
Little as possible. It's hard enough for an old person to run, Drew. Kind of working for a hand position here. Thomas does a nice
Good
job for a shot. Needs to get off his knees with that shot, though. Keep his head up. Gave 2 takedown, right? Puts the legs in.
Working for wrist control.
Thomas is really trying to build to his base, too, and just kind of struggle a little bit. But he does have that leg. Northwest trying to get behind, but he can't. But he does have control, they say, with a score of 2-0.
Not much is happening right now.
No, it's kind of a stalemate.
Yeah.
Now you got the half, and Northwest has with 20 seconds left in.
Gets him turned over. Just 10 seconds to go. And there's the pin.
There's the pin. Well, I'm not going to say that was the last match, Drew, because we don't know.
All right.
That's it.
That's the match. That's the tournament or whatever. Fun one to watch.
Thanks, Drew, for bringing me along.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.